Jay Randolph with sports for the Channel 5 Eyewitness News 6 o'clock edition.
We have a most unusual Jim Bakken sports challenge for you this week. Jim didn't have to travel very far to meet tonight's challengers, just across the studio.
I'm Andy Harleman. I go to St. Peter's School in Kirkwood, and I'm 10 years old and I'm in 4th grade. I'm Matt Finnegan, and I'm 9 years old and I go to St. Peter's School in Kirkwood, and I'm in 4th grade. And Mr. Bakken, I'd like to challenge you to a game of sports trivia.
Sports trivia. Do you know a lot of answers?
Uh-huh.
So we're going to do this sports trivia, and the first one who knows the answer to the question will push this button here, and you both will have that button there, and I'll have this one. And if you don't know the answer, or if you don't answer it correctly, then I'll have a chance, and the same with you. If I press and I don't answer it correctly, then you'll have a chance to answer the question. Okay, I'm going to accept that challenge. And to moderate this sports trivia contest and to ask the questions from KSDK, Ron Jacober.
All right, you guys ready? Here we go. The first question is about hockey. What team has won more Stanley Cups than any other? Well, we got a light from Mr. Bakken, I think.
Well, I would have to say that it's Montreal.
That's right. You know how many?
More than the Blues.
20, as a matter of fact. All right, a baseball question for you. What big league player has the highest lifetime batting average, and what was that average? Jim.
Ty Cobb. Lifetime batting average of .367.
You're right.
Well, why are you so surprised?
You're smarter than I thought you were. All right, so basketball questions, guys. What player holds the NBA record for the most number of points scored in a single game? And how many points? Matt.
It was Wilt Chamberlain with I don't know how many.
Well, it was 100, as a matter of fact. That's very good.
100 points.
That's very good. Another baseball question. Who hit the most number of home runs in his lifetime of playing Major League Baseball? Boy, Matt, I didn't even get it out. Who is it?
Hank Aaron with a record of 755.
That's exactly
terrific.
right.
I would have answered Babe Ruth. I would have been wrong, too, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
All right, here's one about kickers. Who holds the record for the longest field goal in an NFL game? Matt.
Tom Dempsey with a record of 63 yards.
That's right.
Sure it wasn't me.
Our next question. Lou Brock holds the record for the most number of stolen bases in a single season. How many, and do you know what year? Jim.
118, and the year was 1977?
No, Matt, do you know the answer?
74.
That's right. All right, the final question on football. What player holds the record for the most number of field goals in what game, and how many? Matt.
Jim Bakken did.
That's right.
With a number of 7 field goals and a total of 21 points.
That's beautiful.
That's fantastic.
Did you know that answer, Mr. Bakken?
Well, I recollect it. I really do. And that's nice of you to remember that. I'd like to thank Andy Harleman and Matt Finnegan for coming down and joining me on Sports Challenge. I've really been impressed with you two young fellas. Thank you very much. Okay, fellas.
We should mention that because of time limitations, we were only able to show you portions of that entire trivia challenge. When the final score had been tabulated for all the questions and answers, the results looked like this. Matt and Andy defeated Jim 8-6. Jim loses another one. He'll be here next week to make a comeback, we hope, this time risking his neck at speeds of 60 miles an hour on a snowmobile.